Hey guys, so I started the day with emailing people with a podcast with my service. I'm just gonna show you some campaign that I did now emailing people without a podcast. So again, I use this API actor on Persona to scrape their website content, which is what's particular with these campaigns. So yes, you can scrape website content pretty soon with API actors. You will be able to scrape pretty much everything on the web. So that's pretty nice because you can take this information and make something out of it. In this case, do they have a podcast or not? You can make a bunch of things with that information. Who are their clients? Who are their ICPs? Who are their case studies? Do they have a blog section with how much articles? What about their team sections, right? So it's information that's very valuable. So I scraped this information and I filtered with the AI, do they have a podcast or not on their website, plus a bunch of other information. This is an Apollo list, by the way, composed of mostly CEOs and founders. Once I knew that they didn't have a podcast, well, at first I emailed people with a podcast saying, hey, are you fully leveraging your podcast? Because most people have a podcast, but it goes extinct in less than 12 months. It's a pity. It's a shame because most do not monetize through lead generation, AdSense money, and sponsor money, which is what my company does, Podfire.com. But second, I filtered this list here, uh, asking them if they have a podcast or not from the website. Once I knew they didn't have a podcast, I scraped all the information in this sheet. I fed it the website information, their title, their name, and so forth, and I asked it what could be a podcast. I gave them an example of what could be a podcast name. So, AI driven communication solutions in the telecommunications industry. Let's go check this guy. So yeah, exactly. Chris called. I know them. They do exactly this. So yeah, AI driven communication solutions, the telecommunication industry. So then I take this section and I add a custom tag on Apollo. I did countless videos on how to do that. It's a quick step. You go in settings in Apollo. You go in you go in objects, you go in contacts, you go in fields, you create a field, a multi-line, and you paste this here, which is the line, the custom line, the AI built line, right? And you save. Once you do that, you can export this document here into a CSV. You import it in Apollo and you tag the proper sections. You could have um, yeah, you could start a podcast about, right? So you tag this section with the upper CSV. I also showed in countless videos how to do that. You import, and then you get this list here. Yeah, I only send to likely to engage in verified contacts nowadays. My cold emails deliverability is a huge priority, and this is the template that I built. So contact first name, right? That's their first name, as you can see here. The company podcast, I use that headline because I used it before and had big success with it. And yeah, you could start a podcast about that's the AI line. So it goes first name, saw on your website that you didn't have a podcast, and then that's the AI line. You could start a podcast about gamified employee training in hospitality. Gracias, V. I'd love to discuss a couple of concepts with you if you have time, or if you'd prefer, I could just send my start a podcast in 2025 ebook here. I think that's a bit heavy, so I will add these commas. I like this call to actions because it's really soft. Uh, yeah, it's like I'd like to discuss these concepts. Generally, I'd love to. I love to discuss with people and true ideas. But yeah, if They're like most humans with very short attention spans nowadays and no time and no interest and zombie type of humans that we have in 2024, then they can read my book, right? The only potential problem with that ebook is that, I mean, it's my ideas, right? But it's AI built, so it's not the best. What I hope to do with this ebook first was to deploy something, right? It's still somewhat good because it's my concept, but yeah, for difficult analytical people, they'll know it's written by AI might not make the best impression, right? Still, with many people, it's like, okay, this is Charles. He has an ebook. I'll partially read it, diagonal read it, and then I'll reach out because this is too much stuff for me. That will be like at least 35% of people. And these people will become my clients, either coaching or done for you clients. So yeah, sort of a fan of this call to action here. Again, it's a very short email. I love discussing with you guys like the anatomy of a good email. This one here is one. It's one chunk, sort of short AI, right? Because a lot of people they go fancy on AI and they sacrifice deliverability. No links, and yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and save that. 4.3K contacts on this one. I'm warming up my mailboxes, most of them, because yeah, if you followed my last video, a lot of my emails were going to spam because I was arrogant in the last couple of weeks. I put like too much links and was way too confident in my own mere mortal efforts against Outlook and Google, and I got like slapped as a result. But good news, the open rates are getting back on track. I now have 35% as open rates, and I plan for these to go to 50 and 60% back to what they were pre Google and Outlook ambush. So let me know in the comments what you think about that. Like, if you have an agency or if you have a podcast, that the point here is that you can scrape content and see if they have a podcast or not on their website, or can be anything, like I said, right? Can scrape their website for SEO content to see if they're an AI company, right? That, for example, if you do AI as a service, you could just be like, hey, saw your website and saw that there was very few mentions of AI or something like that. Can do that, and then you can cold email them with something custom. Here's what your chatbot, your AI chatbot could look like, and then you feed them the website content to GPT, and GPT would be like an AI chatbot that would help their customers find the right car to rent, right? If they're a car dealership or used car dealership, for example. So yeah, think wider. When I'm showing you these videos, a lot of you may not see like the usefulness in your niche, but see like wider. And obviously, I'm gonna make more of these videos. That is, if you comment and send me feedback about these videos, I'd love to make videos that are helpful to you in the AI outreach sphere. As you know, I'm in the podcast niche, so a lot of these videos will be on podcasts. The why is that podcasts are amazing. I generate leads with podcasts, I generate AdSense money, I generate sponsor money. I learn, I grow my network, I have fun. Um, Podcasting is amazing for those that are obsessed with self help, you know. I'm grateful for a lot of things as someone obsessed with self help, for Audible, for YouTube, for ChatGPT, and all these AI tools, even for LinkedIn. But yeah, podcast. How amazing is it that you can interview like CEOs and founders from all over the world, ask them the burning questions that you have, and get frank answers and high quality data. Obviously, all answers that you get from your podcast won't be perfect answers. You need to sort of filter some of them, but when you have so much data, when you have so much quantity and so much founders and CEOs that you speak to, you like draw the lines in between dots and the stars, right? And you form a cluster of knowledge. Oh, you understand that, okay, this is the trend here, this is how people think. And yeah, I do recommend starting your podcast agency. I am gonna make a video of how to do so. I did do a video as of late, a masterclass of how to start your AI outreach agency. I still have that one. It's still well in the live, even if Google and Outlook is messing around. But yeah, if you want a free training as per how to start a podcast agency or start your podcast, I also have that training. Um, Respectively, you can go for the AI podcast, AI outreach agency. Sorry, you can go to personaleads.com and find my masterclass there of how to start your AI agency. And if you want to start your pods, which is most of you watching this video, you can go to podfire.com. Podfire.com is my agency, and slash lead hyphen gen hyphen podcasting hyphen masterclass slash. Or you can just go to the website and click on lead gen podcasting masterclass. So that's my promo nowadays. It's $500 instead of like 1,500, which is what I'll charge for that masterclass. It's not indicated. I'll update the page here, but it comes with a bunch of freebies, right? Prompts, scripts, and everything in between, automations, all the resources you need to start your podcast in 2025. So hope you guys enjoyed these videos. I'll catch you on the other side.